share, but also to have space and not feel like everything has to be done together. I don't feel smothered, and I don't feel like.
It's two circles that overlap slightly, but they're not exactly on top of each other.
Right. But I'm really happy that even that Leo came to visit with his wife, or just different people of my past, including David Jones, or that those are all people that art has accepted, and it's just really that's unusual, right? I don't know any of his ex-girlfriends, but he has totally embraced my world without feeling any threat or discomfort. I think he just knows I'm totally committed to him.
Mom, who is tougher to raise as a young girl, Jessica or John?
I don't think they were that difficult. At least my memory. Maybe I've forgotten a lot. But I think Joan would cause me less trouble.
Well, that's because I was
And less
sneaky.
worried.
I was sneaky. Sneaky. I hid.
Well,
a
I
little bit.
didn't know you were sneaky. I thought she was so neat, she was on time,
Well, I
she
was
always
upset.
did everything she was told to do. Jessica was much more, feisty at the fact that she...
When she was older.
No, when she was young. When she was young, she was, she seemed to, I don't know, I can't tell you, I don't know.
All right.
It's so hard to go
Well,
back.
Tell me-
I have some questions about Greer. We were talking about this last night. Is Greer a finishing school?
No.
Do you agree?
Nothing's a finishing school anymore. They're preparatory schools,
Okay, so preparatory for
college.
college, okay.
And life.
And what about it did you like? Anything? We know you didn't want to go, but was there anything that you liked? Here, she has to sit here so she can be in the camera. What did you like about Greer?
No.
Did you like being away from home at all?
No.
No.
I know you didn't like doing laundry because you brought it home.
No, everyone sent their laundry home.
So what did you like? There must have been something you liked. Did you have any girlfriends?
No, very few.
Did you ride horses?
No. I didn't ride because Mom said I had to wait till the first semester was
Good
over and
grades.
get good grades.
And how did you do in school?
Average, probably.
Do you remember anything that was a particular course that was,
No.
was it a very structured day?
Yes, it was very structured. Honestly, I felt like I was just passing time.
And you
I
did- how
didn't
many
want
years
to be
were you
there. I missed my friends at home
And who
because
did-
I'd been in the same school from kindergarten to 10th grade.
You want some water?
No, it's just congestion. And it just was a big change. And
So which friends did you miss the most? Marty Malkins?
probably Lynn. It just was the whole familiar environment. You had the same thing.
No, I'm talking about you. So there was nothing about it that you liked? Was it pretty?
It was very pretty, but it was very secluded. I mean,
Were you
in those
frozen?
days you couldn't have dates, you couldn't talk to boys. On Saturday night, you were just there at school. It wasn't like you were dating or going to the movies or. It was
Is that why
very,
they sent
very.
you? Because you were dating and going to the movies before
No,
that?
but it was in the 60s. When it was drug, sex, and rock and roll, and there was like being in a monastery, or
I
nunnery.
know, I did the drug, sex, and rock and roll.
Right,
You
but
did
you
great.
could, there was nothing to do. I mean, there were people that ran away because they didn't want to be there.
How many girls were there? Remember?
Well, there was, I think, 22 in my graduating class, so it wasn't
Small.
that big.
You
Yeah.
keep in touch with anybody that you
No.
met at the Greer School?
Not at all.
Did you journal, or did you cry, or
I just existed, I mean,
Was the
You
food
made the
any
best
good?
of it, right?
Was the food any good?
Yeah, they had sticky buns that to this day were the best. Even Mom had those.
Okay, there's one thing we got. Greer had sticky buns.
You have no desire to go back and see it, or
Well, I sometimes say it'd be nice to go back with Mom, but from the pictures,
What for?
it's not the same thing that it was back then. It's much more.
Okay, so how did you get to Alfred? Why did you choose Alfred? Isn't that a lot
Well,
like
first of all, I
Marietta?
wanted to go to nursing school. And the only ones that I got into were Alfred and American University. And
Our
then,
family in America, maybe.
and I wish I'd gotten it, but, because Washington, well, that's another part too. We're not supposed to be talking about
No.
me anyway.
Yes, we are. You get to
And
go around
the headmaster at Greer wanted me to go to Ithaca. He got me into Ithaca and he said, you could go to the physical therapy schools. just the
Excellent.
Same as nursing, but I didn't want to be a physical therapist. And honest to God, the reason that I chose to go to Alfred, which was completely stupid,
Miss Thomas there?
was that I thought that I would get back together with Timmy Bratt, and he was in Ithaca, and it was closer. Stupidest reason in the world.
No, not
That
for
was
that
before
age.
we broke
but
up.
why didn't you go to Ithaca? To
I
be
didn't want to be. I wanted to be a nurse very
Not a physical
badly,
therapist.
and still Alfred was not far. You know, it wasn't that far. But in reality, how could I have picked such a cold place?
You
It was
didn't know
bad
that.
as no Ithaca. I mean, Alfred and Greer are very close together. They're not that far apart.
But you hadn't had warm climates before that.
No, but it was when I was in college. It was like every day below zero and snowing, and this was till
Okay.
the middle of May. I mean, it was awful.
All right, so let's switch. How did Elliot get in the picture?
The first week I was there, they had some kind of a get together of some kind, and he came up to me and said, "Haven't I seen you someplace before?" The old line. And
So
you
he
know,
hit
we were
on
just together. You know, he was in a fraternity, and we went to parties, and it was fun. And he had a pea coat, and he looked cute. And you know, what did I know at age 18? Except that I hadn't been around boys for 2 years, and I was ready. And in those days at Alfred, there were 3 boys to every girl. There was never a Friday or Saturday night I didn't have a date, ever. You know, but I didn't enjoy dating a lot of people. I just wanted stability.
So did you fall in love with him?
I thought I did. You know, I thought it did. I mean, it was like the perfect fairy tale. The doctor and the nurse, and he was Jewish, and his family loved me, and you know, it was
Mom,
just
were you happy about it?
was that your first serious male relationship?
no,
No, Timmy.
right. And I went out with. Well, my first, I don't know. There were other people, but
Yeah, I
probably
was
that
in the closet,
first.
remember? I couldn't get upstairs. I was hiding him.
Okay.
All right, the question that I'm interested in at most right now is I'd like to hear from each one of you about bonding and meeting Dad. You were 8, you were 10,
I was 7,
7,
10.
10.
45.
No. 31.
Okay. And from your perspective, Mom, how did they accept Dad, and who was harder to, tell us about.
No, I think they were, my recollection,
Here goes.
and it's only my recollection because they'll have different opinions. They
I'm
were
still
very,
trying to get out of
very-
the bed.
They both were very, very kind and nice in receiving of Dad. They didn't give him a hard time.
One of them was less receptive.
Joan was very receptive.
Well, Mom wanted to pay Jessica to call him Dad, right?
No, she one day sat us down and said, "You will call him Dad." She didn't want to pay. She just said that's the way it is.
You
No,
missed
I
out on the
don't
money.
remember.
Yes, you did. I remember sitting. I know
wonder
where
I've
we
got
were.
such a big inheritance. I made a money deal out of it.
I remember that they called him Bob. We got married in June. We got married in June, and for the next Christmas, they gave him a present They were gonna call him Dad. You called him
remember
Baby
that?
Boo.
Do you remember that?
I just remember there's Daddy and there's Dad. It just seemed
No,
natural.
they called him Bob for the first 6 months, and then
Well,
they
so did
called him
Nancy and
Dad.
Susan. I thought
What do
it
you
was easy.
remember
I thought
in
it
your,
was easy.
what can you, Jessica, what can you visualize about, Dad coming into the house and moving in and having dinner with him? What are your memories of that?
Is this hard?
No, I remember that time of our life there was just so much happening almost too quickly for a child to get used to. Because before Mom got divorced, that was very fiery, angry, noisy, loud, emotionally upsetting. It was a hard time for all of us, very difficult. And Mom started dating almost right away, didn't you? So there was no transition, When something is over or finished, you need some calm time to process it. We didn't get that.
Would she
And I
bring
think-
the men she's dating to the house?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I mean, after she dated him, I remember one guy saying to us, "Oh, I really want to marry your mom. Tell her to marry me." I don't remember who he was. But it was just the time, when you're
Well,
young.
add to that, they got married,
And
and
got
then
pregnant.
you were born.
Right. I
1
mean,
year.
it's like,
I mean,
this is
and
it.
then it moved.
She got divorced. 1 year later, she got married. 1 year later, you were born. And none of those were bad things, but it was too close. As a child, there wasn't enough time to process it. And we were so obedient. Mom would tell us what to wear, what to say, what to do. You're right. You were very strict. And we didn't have a say. We couldn't
So when
say
you
Mom.
asked
And we weren't
what
old enough.
Dad coming into our lives was like, for me, it was, I get to not wear saddle shoes. I can wear different kinds. Dad will take me through Papagallos, and Dad let us have candy and chocolate, and it was a lot looser. He was like, stop being so strict. Let's live life a little. So I think he opened up a lot of, just a little more playfulness.
Was it fun? Was he fun?
I think I had a special relationship with him. I think,